Little art in Vail. Go to vail.com for more information like that. But let's change gears right now. Let's climb up a little bit higher, you know, metaphorically, physically, however you want to get there. Kristine, nice to have you back on our show.
Good to see you.
Kristine and Brandon Chalke are joining us once again on the show. You were climbing all sorts of stuff last time. This time you went for the biggie. You decided, why not? Let's take Everest down.
Yep. The Big Easy, the Big E.
Tell me about it. I could ask you 1,000 questions, but just talk to me.
Yeah.
I just want to hear. They want to hear.
Yeah, we left the States, left Denver March 22nd, and we spent about 15 days trekking into base camp. Base camp's at 17,000 feet. We spent over a month and a half there, and we ended up summiting May 25th. And got back down to Kathmandu June 1, and came back. But it was a long process,
So what's it feel like on the summit when you last step, stand up on top of the world? What if, I mean, can you describe it?
I mean, I think it's just a little bit surreal because you don't really, you've put so much time and planning into it, and then by the time you get up there, you're so high and you're on the oxygen and you're so exhausted that you're not jumping up and down screaming for joy. You know, you're just kind of taking it all in.
Take the picture, let's get down.
A little bit. I mean, you're kind of just taking it all in as much as you can, and I don't think it set in until after we were back down and back in Kathmandu that we really did it. You know, we kept asking ourselves, is that real?
I've always heard that the culture at the camps is something that you can't find anywhere else in the world. That you make friends, and there's different little cliques and so forth. Was that something you guys experienced?
Definitely. It's interesting. It's all different groups. Some politics going on.
The Sherpa people are tremendous over there. You really couldn't climb this mountain without all their help. And they're willing to do anything for you to help you out. So they really are a big part of a lot of people's success on that mountain, for sure.
You guys are both so cool, both so laid back whenever I hang out with you. But you know, were there times where it was a little sketchy up there, where you thought maybe you're not going to make it?
Yeah, we reached Camp 4, which is high camp at 26,000 feet, on oxygen, and we got there at about 2 in the afternoon, and we were going to go for the summit that night at 9 p.m. But and we attempted to go for it. We made it to about 27,000, about an hour and a half outside of camp, and the blizzard conditions, horrible conditions, and we decided to turn around at that point. Otherwise, we wouldn't have enough oxygen for another attempt the next day.
Okay.
So we went back to camp, pretty defeated, tired. You're not really sleeping up there. You're on oxygen for 30 minutes, or off it for an hour. You're on it. You can't really. It's hard to get any kind of sleep up there. And then the whole next day, hanging out in this tent at 26,000 feet, the weather was horrendous. It was so cold and windy. You couldn't even go outside. And we were pretty defeated. We were like, it's not going to happen. You can only spend a certain number of days at 26,000 feet. Oxygen runs out and everything. And fortunately, we decided to go for it again the second night at 11 p.m. and the weather died. The wind died, and we went for it, and it worked out. It wasn't Bluebird Day by any means like today, but it was good enough.
But you were there.
We were there. And we made it. So.
And you got the picture.
And we got the picture.
So I want to ask you, do you have sleeping bags that zip together? Is that a necessity?
If we went back, we'd get some.
We definitely
do you have to like try with your Sherpa too? You know, get everybody in there. Just get all cozy on top.
Get all cozy.
All right, Brandon and Kristine do incredible stuff, and we're going to show more pictures and stuff like that. But for now, we just like having them on Plum. Quick break coming up. More after this.